Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Vine Panther Presents. We're almost done with Family Business New Orleans as we discuss season 1, episode 7. Next week will be the season finale. I hope the series finale because fuck this show. This is my own personal opinion, obviously. But anyway, we're gonna get into it. We got Giovanni, we got Stacy. We're gonna talk about why is the Joker behind me? Because Larry's behind me, and he's the Joker. I mean, he really is. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. You can like on the video and comment on the video, share the video, watch the video till the end. We're gonna have predictions, and then we're gonna talk about Paradise, a far, far, far better show than anything done before, really. But anyway, join the intro. Let's do it. Oh, wait. I got to do it now. Wait. This is going to be funny. Wait. You ready? I got to do it.
This is awesome. This is amazing. I love it.
It was psychological. It was emotional. Extremely entertaining.
But as always, as we try to say here, as we said, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And as we talk about this video, please like on the video and comment on the video, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Hello, and we are gathered together again to talk about this show. But anyway, I do have a positive. Stacey has a positive. I agree with her positive. But we're gonna start with Giovanni though, because I'm sure he has a positive. Giovanni, my friend. Please,
my positive is that they actually brought that. What was the character's name? Rico or something like that from the
Latino dude's murder.
Yeah, they actually made that relevant and made it mean something, and they brought it back and tied it all together for Saint to be arrested. So I was happy about that.
My fault, Giovanni. I thought that was Stacy that said that. That was you, because I forgot we talked before. You're right.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I didn't have any positives.
I 100% agree with you, Giovanni. That's good writing. That they actually made that. They brought it back. Power level. Oh, you forgot, but we didn't. So you think he's done? You think like now Saint is completely off the board?
I think so, but we still don't even know what happened to his wife. So I'm like,
yeah,
that could upend things if she comes
just randomly took off with all the money or whatever and made no effort to contact Marquise to be like, hey man, I'm fine, I got money, let's run off into the sunset together. Nothing.
I feel as though I'm glad Saint is in jail because he deserves to be in jail, because who goes to a crowded restaurant, talks about a murder plot, and uses full names? Marquise Duncan. We've got to get Marquise Duncan.
That light-eyed motherfucker. Like,
Oh, all right. So on that, with that segue, I would like to bring in real quick, and we'll get back to your background, Giovanni. Larry finding the Crescent Boys was the icing on the cake. Tracy, this character embodies who the Joker is supposed to be. When I heard him laughing off camera, I was like, Heath Ledger would be proud. Like, he would be like, I know what it's like to walk in and just straight murder everybody. I love
you guys knew about this. I had heard you guys say something about giggling or the Joker. I had no idea what the hell you guys were talking about. I didn't have any idea what the hell was happening until they actually showed his face. I was like, what the hell is happening? Like, this was a joke that I had no clue as to what was going on.
He is a 100% psychopath. He is consistent with the laughing. He is consistent. Like, even when he's on his medication right now. So what makes it even more hilarious and shows you how bad this show is that he's the father of Curtis, and Lauren, the two Duncans who were brought in specifically by Marquise to help him with Pierre and crew. The fight is coming to us. I need you, Duncans, to come and be family. Larry just showed up because his wife was there, who hasn't been seen in 4 or 5 episodes, and he just happened to hear it. It was like, we're just gonna murder all these dudes. He did the work. It wasn't even asked to do it. Like, and he just goes home and laughs. Like, I was like, it's classic. It's classic Larry. It's classic Larry. Yeah. He even has his Harley Quinn. In that instance. Stacey, when you heard the laughter, did you know?
Did I know what? That it was Larry?
Yeah.
Of course. Who else would it be?
True. What do you think about the whole ending of the Crescent Boys? Did it come together for you?
Stupid. Like Jemani said, who discusses a whole assassination plot in the middle of a freaking sushi bar with full names, details, descriptions, whatever?
No, you know what? I actually thought that scene was going to go a different direction. I thought that the Crescent Boys was going to harass the waitress, and then Larry was going to stand up to be like, that's not what we doing. And then like he like whoops their asses right there. That's what I thought. Because they made a point of focusing on her and like her relationship with Larry and crew, and then with the Crescent Boys. I was like, oh, so this is going to go somewhere. And none of that meant anything. So I was like, oh, okay. And then when they're giving the whole murder plot, like again, hey guys, just by the way, you gotta go kill somebody. I gotta go to work. I was like, okay, so that's what Larry Googled the Crescent Boys and was like, oh, this is where their location is. Let's go there and murder all these people.
Well, he said check, please. He said check, please. So I'm thinking he followed them.
None of this is on camera. Like we don't know how we got from point A to point B. So it would have been nice to know some of that. So I was a little bit disappointed. Like, how did we get here?
This is BET Plus. They can only afford but so many outdoor scenes.
So speaking of shit that's off camera, and I'm like, why are we doing surprise reveals in an episode, right? So I was concerned on how Saint even knew about Antoinette being with Marquise. I'm like, who told him? Like, how did that find? Then you get this bullshit flashback where like a Crown Camacho's friend is like, hey, in black and white, hey, by the way, Saint, your wife's a hoe. And he don't just shoot this dude immediately. Like, he's like, no, let me explain. No, see these videos, ho. He's like, oh, never mind. I get it. My wife's a hoe.
No, see, this is another positive because we complained the other week about it was 2 phones. And then it being all of a sudden relevant. David Banner and the other guy, what is it, Prince or whatever, talking about this is the only copy when there were 2 phones. So at least this is making somewhat sense.
You're right, Jamani. You do it again. You're right, Jamani. This is the second time that they show that the writers actually read their own shit. It was like, you know what? Somebody might remember there's 2 phones. Let's bring the other phone into this. You're right, Jamani. You're right. But that didn't need to be
right enough for us to do a season 2?
No, there's absolutely no fucking way I'm doing a season 2 of this bullshit. This is the silliest show I've ever seen. Like, it is.
No, it isn't. But I hear you, but this is not the silliest. It's up there, but no.
All right, when we get done, you tell me which is worse than this. And then we'll have a conversation. Jean LeBlanc is a snitch and a snake. I love the ghost move where he's like, I'm just gonna turn in my people instead of just killing them. I feel like Jean would have been like, okay, I'm just gonna murder. Also, no one's made any efforts to figure out who actually killed his brother. None. Like, I thought that was gonna be the driving story in this entire season. And
well, he saw the videotape and he's like, oh well.
Oh, all right. That video was 2 seconds of him walking somewhere. If it was legit videotape, he barely walked off camera. He just walked outside the door. and then he immediately got killed. They don't even check the footage to see if they know who actually killed this man. Like, none of this is gonna be brought up. But when Lauren finds out that Prince is a part of the Crescent Boys, and he finds out that she's a Duncan, it's gonna be crazy. It won't. It won't. Like you're going for like a Romeo Juliet thing. In some essence, I would imagine, and we only got one episode left, so it don't matter.
You know there's gonna be a season 2, and season 2 is gonna be back before the end of the year because this show takes like $5 to make in total. So
I hear you, but it won't, because this has to go to regular BET, and then that's gonna premiere next year on regular BET, and then season 2 will be like this. See, that's how they do it. That's how they switch the content around. So you'll see a social media thing like, oh, Family Business New Orleans is premiering. I'm like, oh shit, another season? No, that's the season 1 going to BET. Marie pulled a Jacqueline and had Curtis looking like Marcus Graham when she left him. You got a lot of references to Marcus. Marie's getting on my nerves too, right? Like, how many times are you gonna be like, I don't want that dick, but then you get that dick, and then you'll
it be like that sometimes.
All right, Stacy, as the resident woman here, as Kim would be here. She's on medical leave, but she will be back as soon as possible, and we appreciate her, and I hope she's feeling okay. Did we miss something?
Wait, did I get her PTO forms?
We gotta look into this. As HR. But for real, did I miss the point when David Banner had sex with his wife? I don't remember that.
It was implied. It was implied that they did do.
It was?
I mean, I'm assuming they got out with the glow. She had like her kind of glow. I want to save my marriage, blah blah blah. Get rid of my side dude.
No, she had the glow because she knew that she was getting the club or a part of the club. Or
yeah.
Whatever.
See,
I assumed there was some dick in there somewhere. Like,
I think your side dick to make up for lack of dick.
So okay, we can all agree this does not happen on camera, nor was it even mentioned on camera. Like, hey, you put it down on me yesterday. I appreciate it. Something. So we saw a vibrator for no reason. We saw this woman kiss a dude. Like Marie, we saw Marie with the
What vibrator?
Marie. She had the rose on.
That was like episode 1.
Yeah.
Did I watch episode 1? If I didn't review it with y'all, I didn't watch it. Just so you know.
So yes. So that's why I went to Walmart, because I was like, did they sell those things? So anyway, he left on another business, whatever, and she went into the closet, and she went to her desk. She pulled out a rose and she went to work. And I'm like, why are we watching this? Like, they made a point of making her lack of sex a very big part of this season. And so for her to finally not have sex with her husband, and he basically just buying her, now all of a sudden she's like, I'm getting rid of my side dick. That don't make any sense because you're not getting any home dick. And unless she is. And this should have been the thing. Like, we should have saw it.
I think it's a matter of, hey, I'm out here being reckless, with this side dude, but I will give up the dick for me being able to interior decorate this club that I've always wanted. Like, that's what I took it as.
But she never wanted it because we never heard about this until last episode, when all of a sudden John is like, hey, you've been talking about the blues for a while. No, she hasn't. She's been talking about no dick for a while. That's what she's been talking about. To her sister, to her friends, that's what she's been talking about. So I'm very confused on how we got to, if I get 10%, he only got 10% of the club, and he lied to her and says, like, almost like, we got it. And
no, like, he did. He actually said we got 10%. He said,
and she's like, oh, like, you did it, but that's not what you asked for. You said you wanted the club. I don't understand. Why is Curtis trying to sleep with Marie, knowing or not knowing that Marie is Jean LeBlanc's wife? And he doesn't know what he's in for. Kurt is like most men, if it's presented there, Duncan men don't give a fuck. Like Duncan men love married women and hoes. Like this is facts. So,
but he's new in town. Why would he know?
Because why is he in town at all? His cousin came to New York
Yeah,
City.
I understand that, but I'm saying you don't do like a whole family history.
Yes, you do. Yeah, you're like, this man is trying to kill us. Oh, that's his wife. Like, you have a conversation. Like, you would think if you were a professional, he's an investigator, Jamani. Like, that's his job. He is a private detective and made
I didn't know all that.
Yeah. He's a
call Nevada and be like, run all her stuff. Just send me a whole dossier on her. And exactly.
There you go, Stacy. If to really bring you have to know the show. Nevada, the light-skinned kid you saw like in the first episode, like that dude is a computer genius, right? Like he created AI by himself, and then he hacked into the Pentagon on a dare. He was like, I got 3 minutes. I mean, that's the shit he does. So this none of this makes sense that Curtis knows nothing. Antoinette ran off with another man. And then I want Marquise to know that, and then he hunts her down and kills her. To be like, my mom lost 10% of her club and you ran off with she should have ran off with a woman. Let's make it real modern. I want her to be like, hey, you know what I really need? A licking. And
she ran off with the sheriff, since Jamani likes the sheriff so much.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one, Jamani. You want that? You want Sheriff Clay putting it down on her? I would.
For Ebony and Ivory, yeah.
Come on. That's season 2. I'll watch season 2. All right, you had me at women. Anyway,
then that would put her more in John's pocket as opposed to Shirley. So yeah, I would be for the switching of sides. I'm like, I like where this show is going right now. I'm kind of interested in where it's going because they're partners now, right? Shirley and John, right? So they're at war, but yet they're partners in a business together. So that could make for good few seasons of TV of, yeah, I'm trying to buy it back from you, but you don't want to sell it back to me. And we're stuck together, but we hate each other and all,
The problem is it's not a war when one side has guns and the other side has a brother and an immature son. Like that's not a war.
No, Shirley got that big, half her size gun.
Which is right. Well, she can't even lift up. Oh man. That's why you have to be careful. But Saint got everything he deserved. He did. And again, it was really, as Jamani pointed out, that was really well that they brought that murder back. And because I was like, why are we even doing this? Gabriel's speech, you know who I am, was hilarious, trying to sound like Alonzo from Training Day. Orlando Jones can't act. Like, or this was a terrible scene. Like he looked ridiculous, and he should be embarrassed. Like he should. They like cut. Can I do this again? Because I look
both scenes. The scene when after Floyd hit him, and his mouth is bleeding, and when he's outside of the gate in this episode, both of those were bad.
None of this makes sense. The only reason he is out there, because as Jamani pointed out, Floyd punched him. He could sue him and Shirley. And she said, I will go out on a date with you. Per se, I'll give you the draws so you don't sue my brother. Now that he got arrested,
you can sue the casino because
that's what I'm saying. Like he could take the business. I'm like, that's why this even happened in the first place, bro. So he can still sue you, you dumb bitch. Like and you should have called the cops when he was hounding you at your house like episodes ago. But anyway, Jamani, let's get into your background. Why do you have Schindler's List behind you, please?
Because as you can see, the girl with the red coat in the all black and white movie, right? In this episode, we have the flashback with the all black and white, except for the red dress or the red nightgown or whatever you want to call it. So it just reminded me instantly of this.
Okay, so the flashback of Gabriel having his virginity taken away from him by Big Shirley, and we asked the question, why is she big when she's young and small?
Right, why is she always Big Shirley?
So if she had a big butt, if her hole was big, if something about her was big, and this
If
was a
her
skinny,
what?
like I could understand. But none of this is
What?
true.
How do you know what?
I'm saying if she was known to be wide, then that's a reason. Like I could understand
So
this.
men would pay for
if she was
wives.
like, if that was her specialty, was like, I don't know, double penetration or something, like, you know.
Something. If she was like the
A
donkey
fisting
show
or
on
something?
Tuesdays, I'm saying I could be like, all right, let's get to that. Anyway, my all that being said, let's put that aside real quick. Casting was trash. 100%.
As soon as they did that flashback, I was like, David's gonna be complaining about casting.
Come on, Stacy. You got to do I'm right on this one. This was insulting.
They just grabbed anybody off the street.
Just any random ass woman.
They should have just AI'd Sunshine into the scene, and then I don't know who would play Orlando.
BT can only afford the A and not the I.
No. This is what they
You
should
can
do.
go on Twitter and do some AI for little to nothing.
For real. They should took clips of just her from Harlem Nights.
That's a copyright issue.
And inserted some scenes.
Was that wasn't Harlem Nights a Paramount movie?
I feel so because it's a Eddie Murphy property and he had a contract with them. So I feel like such. But I'm like, it was insulting for us one to believe that this was Shirley in any way, shape, or form. She looked nothing like this actress. Absolutely nothing. And then so Jelani was reminded of Schindler's List. I was reminded of Harlem Nights because after he got the heavenly draw, the sunshine draws, he sounded just like the Italian guy who was like, I love you. I want to marry you. And she's like, oh, that's so cute. And he's like, no, baby, I love you. I was like, this is Harlem Nights. Like, this is Sunshine. Like, that's why I got out of it. And I was like, but completely unnecessary because we already know he's addicted to the draws. So what did we achieve? Nothing.
We got to see, you know, what the hoopla was about, so to say. Like, what was we didn't actually see the sex scene, but we actually got to see, you know, what he was like as a teenager or however old he was.
And that casting was trash. He looked like a skinny version of Sean from Power. That's who I saw. I was like, this dude could be Sean's little brother. I'm like, what is happening? Even that casting didn't make no damn sense. And if she would have took it in the back and she would have swallowed something to be like, I understand what she does, that make a man 20 plus years, I'm at least 20 years, be like, oh my God, I need to pay for this. I will ruin this woman's life for this. I need to know something. And then, oh girl, giving him a box of condoms. I'm like, just have sex with her. Like, she is far prettier and younger. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, those are name brand condoms too. I'm like, you have to pay for product placement. Like, there's a lot of things going on.
I'm like, all right, so I know Disney probably wouldn't. I don't know what the Disney contracts are like, but as I told you, what's his name? Jason, Jesse Tyler Ferguson, the guy from Everybody Hates Chris, who's on Abbott Elementary.
Got it.
Yeah, he plays his son in that show. So I'm like, why couldn't he have played the younger him in this?
That's a good. Thank you, Jemani. And he could have, and that would have made more sense because he actually does.
This is a step down for him. Don't
do that. He's like he's on an Emmy-winning show right now. Not this bullshit right now.
I guess if they caught him like right after The Walking Dead when he got killed by that revolving door, I think they could have got him.
They could have. Yo, he got it. He got it in that episode. That's when The Walking Dead was good. That's why you have to be careful what you say in public, and then you're going to be loud with it, and you don't know who's standing. It was just bad. It was just bad all the way around, Tracy. There's no way any real criminal or anyone with any kind of common sense would plan out their entire felonies in a restaurant. Like, whereas, and you're screaming, and you got a waitress coming on the regular. The waitress alone would have put them in jail because she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, can I give you a sushi?" I'm sorry, what'd you say? Murder too? Who's that? Marquise Duncan? Is that what, like? It don't make any sense. Hello, this was the best. You're being funny, right, Candy? Like You're teasing me. That's what you're doing. Stop. Don't do that. Antoinette probably went to Houston with Skunk. Where the fuck is Skunk? Thank you, DeMarcus. Skunk is nowhere near dead. There's no way they're gonna make us believe that Shirley, who couldn't even pick up the gun in her hand, actually killed Skunk, and somehow that was done completely off camera. Stop it. Stop it. I'm not going to lie. Larry is one of my favorite characters because he never thinks out. He's just going to. He is awesome. He's old as fuck, but he is an awesome character, and he should have been more upfront in this season. Like just him, just completely batshit crazy, just kicking down doors, killing everybody. He would have killed LeBlanc entire family in episode 2, and this season would have been over. And he would be like, oh, yeah. And then he could have taken over the business, like a new family business. Like, that makes sense. Where is Nene? Where is Nene? She got married dick and never showed up again. Like, she came home, like, did her hair, changed her clothes, and she's still upstairs. Like family matters. Like, where the fuck is she?
Who's Nene?
Exactly. Larry's wife.
Oh.
Curtis's mama and Lauren's mama. The one who was playing dress up and was dancing with her. Big Shirley was drunk.
I guess she's back at the hotel room.
Damn it. Huh?
I said, I guess she's back at the hotel room where they were staying at or whatever.
And that would have been a good throwaway line. Okay, guys, we just murdered 15 people, so I'm going to go back home and have sex with my wife, who's at the hotel. Big Shirley was drunk as a skunk. DeMarcus be killing us. And by losing 10% of Midnight Blues to Jean LeBlanc. Let's talk about her sitting in front of a house. Like, so I was telling Jamani about this, and I thought it was fucking hilarious that we watched this actress sit in front of basically like a single family home acting like it's a casino. And she's like, I had 20 years. I've worked 20 years to get this back. I'm like, you still have not established how you are related to the Duncans. Anyone who says otherwise knows the story. But this show has failed to tie her to LC and crew. They have failed to do that. Also, you keep on bringing up that she's the mama of the light-skinned dude that got killed in season 1, and that also has not been acknowledged. Her son is Marquise, and Marquise alone. She's never mentioned another child whatsoever, which is why she gave up 10% of her business for this dumbass. So I'm like, you know the books, and I hear you, but this show is not following those particular storylines. I would say. Saint knew that his wife was a hoe from the very beginning. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife or a casino employee.
Yes, you can.
Please, Stacy.
Men like hoes. Therefore, men marry hoes. We see it all the time. And they make wonderful housewives if you like hoes.
All right, well, then there you go. And if she's your wife and she's in the house, she's a housewife. So think about it. So you can't tell a hoe to a faithful woman. That's a different story, and that goes for men too.
Faithful and loyal are two different things. A
Please
woman
explain.
can be loyal to you and fuck other men, and she'll still be loyal to you. She just gonna fuck other men, and you can watch. Like, a lot of guys are into that. Just saying.
Stacey be coming up with wild facts, and I appreciate Stacey for this perspective. I would submit that also women, same thing. If you marry a man who's digging down other women, he's not going to change because you put a ring on it. He puts a ring on your finger. That's not a thing either. You can't. Why would you think that? How did I meet you? Fucking. So guess what? I'm gonna keep on doing. Fucking. Like consistency. So there you go. So it's not to. I like Stacey's idea. So look. As long as the man don't leave you, he loves you. If he leaves you, he don't love you. He found somebody else. If he comes home, home is home. Hose is different.
Or
just because he comes home doesn't mean he loves you.
He comes home because he don't have a prenup.
Or he ain't got nowhere else to go.
I'm saying
nobody else is gonna put up with his shit. Like, you're just the one that stays no matter what.
I feel like though he can move on if he feel like he has options. Men will move on because the kids don't have to go with them. So like men can easily just move on to the next one. Saint slapping Jace was hilarious. If I remember, Jace must have been the friend who was like, "Your wife's a hoe." That's what
Yeah.
that's Crown Camacho's friend.
How
Yes.
many times do you have to be told this, especially when, like,
He said he don't care about her being a hoe. He just want her to come back.
See,
but all his friends keep like, you know, your wife a hoe, right? Right? Like,
like, no, I want to see the wedding where that's just like the toast that everybody makes.
that's that flashback we need, Jabani. That's the flashback we need. Prince is standing up there. Crown Camacho is like, everybody, we just want to thank Saint for marrying this hoe. You know she a hoe, right, bro? But hey, you still married her, right? Like, you committed. You committed. I mean, she ain't, but you are. She's loyal, but she ain't faithful, as Stacey said. That would have been hilarious. That would have been hilarious. Thank you for that. Larry did follow the Crescent Boys to their location, so that's why. Hold up. I don't need that. See, you are putting too much effort into the show, Tracy. That's what you believe, but that was not discussed nor seen. Okay, I'm saying we had time. We had time. Like, what I don't need is Marie getting dicked down again, by Curtis and being like, "I'm telling you, this is the last time." Like, that's unnecessary. Anything with Marquise in it is unnecessary. Like, he's a terrible actor. That hairpiece bullshit he got on his head looks ridiculous. Also, you didn't respond to my video when I sent you the braids.
I did watch it, but I was on my way to a meeting, so I couldn't respond. Sorry.
I was like, I don't feel seen. But anyway, we're getting off track.
I saw you did. I saw it was fantastical. It was great. It was amazing.
Damn it.
It was wonderful.
Young boy driving is also Larry's son. Yes, in real life, we discussed this. Yeah. Yes, Kenny. That is awesome that his dad's working with him. That is nice. Prince.
The family business. A lot of them are the actors are related because Nevada's somebody's son.
He's Carl Weber's son.
Okay, yeah, I know he's somebody's child.
That's called nepotism.
It's called the family business.
Prince lied about Jay's having proof of the sexcapade. Wait a minute, didn't he have the pictures though? That's not a lie. He had the photos on the phone. That's facts. Because as Giovanni pointed out,
they never watched the video.
Huh?
John,
he saw it on it. He saw the picture and then he slammed the phone into the ground and broke it.
You talking about real quick? You talking about sex? You talking about them fucking? Is that what you talking about?
No, the brother who got murdered and Shirley gave him like, here's the video. He was like, yeah, thank you. I guess we're getting it. Like, you didn't watch the video. Like, you don't know what's on there.
Oh, you know what? Be real. I looked away from the camera, so I thought like she showed him a laptop, and then
she gave him a thumb drive.
No, he actually saw it. He saw
it,
and he said, "Oh, well, I guess that closes that."
See,
I could have sworn she handed him a thumb drive, and he was just like, "Okay."
All right, DeMarcus. So you solved this. I can't. It's too many comments. I don't know, and I don't give a damn. It don't make clearly like someone killed him, and it was So I think what we said, Saint Giamatti. I think we're speculating it was probably Saint that did it in the end.
Yeah, I think Saint and Pierre had some sort of side deal with what's the guy's name? Sebastian. Yeah, and I think Saint just cut him out of the deal and killed him, and then made it happen at whatever that casino, the Blue, and made it look like blame it on the enemy,
And this would be a great story. Like maybe it was the rednecks that, again, we've not seen the ranch or farm or whatever the fuck is next to this very popular casino.
We're not going to see the rednecks anymore because they've been bought out.
So I'm saying again, like I just feel like it would have been nice if they're the ones that did it. Like this wasn't really addressed. Let's see what we got. They got Orlando looking bad. He got himself looking bad. Like Orlando can't act. He's done a terrible job in this show. The dialogue trash. It's not good. It's not good. His storyline doesn't make any sense. Like Robert Redford just did it better. You know what I'm saying? Like $1 million. Any person, I didn't say woman, any person would drop a hole for $1 million. They'd be like, you know what? Just one time, right? No, this is before cell phones. Like this, it wouldn't even been recorded. Like this was like, hey, Just let me get in there for $1 million. I mean,
and it's tax free, and that's tax free $1 million.
So thank you, Jamani. You ain't got to put it on your W-2 or nothing. Like this is a stupid ass storyline. Like I don't know why we keep on doing this shit. Is this in the books? Do y'all read the books? Is Gabriel in the books? Is this in the books? Please explain, because I'm very upset.
And I'm like, what happened with
Detective Brown in real life? Oh, really? I don't know who Detective Brown is. I'm acting like I know who that is. Who's Detective Brown?
I ain't seen any detective in this show.
Yeah, I don't. All right, Tracy, you need to explain who Detective Brown is. I'll come down here and wait for your comment. Marquise got on my nerves. I would have let Saint kill him. Yeah, because he's one of them. Yeah, yes, he's a spoiled child, and he needs to have that bullshit hair cut off his head and murdered. Like if it's your only kid, you're not gonna let that happen, especially a mother. I get that, but he ain't shit. Like at least, and then he had the nerve to talk shit and be like, "Well, you didn't have to do it." Floyd should have slapped shit out of him, not just walked out the door. Like he should have.
Like, we didn't even go into don't do it again or have you stopped? Like, because he hasn't even. He's just said. I believe he wasn't he saying that I believe that she's dead or something like that? He was telling that to somebody else.
Yes,
he didn't actually tell that to like his mother or Floyd or anything.
How about he shows up to Saint's house in the daytime with a gun trying to get Saint's wife? I'm like, you deserve to be shot. Like that is just disrespectful. Like that is very, and he needs to find out that Antoinette is fucking other men. She should be banging the entire Crescent boys. Like they'd be like, hey bro, we all had a turn. So I mean, Marquise is just the next one in line. And he's
it was off camera.
I'm saying, or they all have it on camera. They're like, hey, all of us got an iPhone picture of your wife, taking it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just every Tuesday. Deputy Brown arrested Gabriel. Okay. Yes, Gabriel's in. So did they have this storyline, this specific storyline of I'm trying to buy the draws? Because if he did, no one should have bought that book. And this is your fault. Because now Carl Weber thinks this is a good idea to put on TV. And it is not. Let's get back to this 304 thing. What are y'all talking about? Tell them, Stacy. Men like hoes. The Duncan men love them. Chippy was a 304, and Elsie loves his wife. Donna's still a 304. Ho?
Yeah, 304 is.
Yes,
if
you flip it, it's
oh, thank you very much. I've learned these things. And you are right. You're right.
Times.
They had another flat. This is the same hoe house, to your point, that Chippy used to work. And again, where is the husband? Where is the brother of LC that marries this hoe? And it's like, oh, now none of this is explained. Like they have not tied LC to any of this shit. She was only probably scheduled to be in a couple of episodes this season. Larry's wife. Oh, Nene. I mean, what else is she doing? Is she doing a Good Times, the animated series season 2? No, she's not. But I don't know. Jemima says I bring up that show too much. It tickles me. It tickles me. If this was LC and the LeBlancs and Gabriel would have been dead by now. Absolutely true. LC, well, I'll say LC would take care of this, and then he would have went home and had sex with his wife, because that's how he keeps it up now. Post torturing by Larry. Yeah, you're right. This wouldn't took that long. Orlando also, I think he would have been useful. Also, what happened to the guard, the Duncan security guard that came with them that hasn't been seen since he left the doorstep? What happened? I feel like last time we saw him is when he let Saint and Pierre into the casino and was like, "Hey, they're coming. I didn't check them for weapons or anything because I'm just a security guard." And then he just walked off and never came back. I don't know. Young Big Shirley from Family Bit should have played young Big Shirley in the flashback. Okay, for consistency. I agree with you, DeMarcus. They should have did a better job of tying these two series together. They did not. I think it's because her height is 5'8" and her bust size is what they call her Big Shirt. Oh, okay, you got into her measurements. All right. I don't know if the younger version of her was defined in this way, but it should have been defined because she was very young to be Big Shirley. I didn't think she was that busty per se. Wouldn't she be tall, Shirley? Big is relative. Anyway, it depends what you mean. Let's see what we got. It would have been interesting if Gabriel and Saint teamed up and go against Floyd and Marquise. Yeah. What happened to the chicken foot? Like, Floyd has never been in any kind of danger where the chicken foot saved his life in any kind of fucking way. Like, what happened to that? And why was that? I don't know. And I don't know. And where's this voodoo? Where's the voodoo woman? I was like, I thought we were gonna see more voodoo woman.
I don't know. We've moved away from voodoo and into tarot cards. So,
all right. Jamani's big on trying to make distinctions. I was like, I say it's all the same shit. Anyway, she looked weird and she was not necessary. And he's still wearing the chicken foot, and again, has not protected him from anything. Nothing. He should have got shot with a bullet, and it goes like around him or some shit, and it's like, oh, it was the chicken foot. Yes. Or it hit like someone shoots him and it lands in the foot, like the foot is holding the bullet. There you go. So when they said we're gonna go kill Mark, they got killed before they got there, right? They're supposed to go kill Marquise. That right? Larry killed them all.
Yeah,
that's what happened. Am I correct?
Yeah.
I was wondering why Marquise did not get shot in the casino, because I thought that's how this episode was gonna end, and then that didn't happen. And then what was the cliffhanger? Fuck. Somebody else I don't. Larry killing everybody. It was Larry killing everybody.
Yeah, and Prince just being on the phone, like,
Fuck. Yeah. I thought Lauren should have heard her father's voice, and that would have been hilarious. Like, is that my daddy laughing? Oh, your people are dead. When my daddy laughs, he killing people. So I thought that was going to be a thing, and then that didn't turn out to be shit.
I'm like the cliffhanger was pretty much, Gabriel being taken away in cuffs by the sheriff. I'm like, how do you take out a restraining order on someone that you invited over?
I don't know. That's how the law works. I mean, he was stalking her in general, but I think his defense will be who witnessed her saying we can go out on a date. It's gonna be his word against hers.
Why doesn't he bring his his secretary or whatever she is
providing assistance?
Yeah, around with him to bear witness to all this stuff.
So you're gonna be like, hey, girl, Big Shirley, when we have sex again, I want.
No, not that, but I'm just saying, just what all the way up until they go into the bedroom. Just
she should be there just for historical purposes, to be like, I want you to document my triumphant moments where I get to have sunshine again. Like that would be hilarious. Maybe she gets involved. I don't know. Let's see. You need to get with the secretary. Yes. The secretary was on it. That's what I'm saying. She's fine, much finer. I think we're.
And I'm like, she was expecting him to go through the whole box of condoms that night.
Well, I think it's just symbolic, Jamani. I mean, you don't know how many times he's gonna go around. He could be a premature ejaculator. He may need like 4 or 5. You don't know. You don't know.
I think he would need like 20 million because I think she's only giving him one go round with.
We don't know any of these things. So I don't know. But anyway, I'm surprised condoms were even brought up. That's a thing of mine. Protection. Yes. Stacey, anything else for the silly ass show?
No.
All right then. I appreciate you being here, so you won't be fined. I appreciate you. You're my friend. All right, I will see you for paradise. Boop. All right, Devon. Anything else for this foolishness?
What if the wife did it? What if, she's working at the Blue?
Antoinette. You talking about Antoinette did it?
Yeah.
To what end?
I don't know. Like she killed Pierre. She's working at the Blue. Whatever happens, she kills him, and I don't know. She thinks that after the pictures got taken or whatever, she's like, oh, well, the block is getting real hot, so I got to get the fuck out of here before Saint finds out.
I like that. I like that. So that would make sense. Okay, let's do that. She had my opportunity. We don't know about means, but maybe his gun was the means, but we don't know the motive. Maybe Saints. Maybe
he was trying. You know, maybe he was getting a little too handsy, and you know, he's like, well, you know, you're the around the way hoe or something like that. And she's like, but I don't like you though. And he's like, nah, but you're gonna give it anyway. And then, you know, a struggle happens. She shoots him, and then, you know.
I like this. I like this. Maybe she did it to help Saint. As you said, they were partners, right? Maybe she killed him to give Saint the go ahead to work with Sebastian.
No, I forgot that one. He was at home. He was at home fucking her when that happened, wasn't it?
Oh, Marquise. You're talking about Marquise.
Yeah.
That was the beginning. I can't. It's so long ago. You could be right. You could be right. Yes, Lauren should have heard Larry's voice. That would have made sense. It would have, especially how loud they were screaming. That would have. Oh my God, my dad is here. Like that would have been something. Thank you.
Is she gonna be a version for the whole series, or is Prince gonna finally, you know, deflop?
Nah, I think that's her thing. I'm sure. I'm sure this is gonna turn to Romeo and Juliet as discussed. That once they find out that they work for the enemy family, they're gonna be like Romeo and Juliet, and they won't be able to be together. I want Crown Camacho to get killed in this series too. I just think he's a terrible actor, just in general, because he does this shit. I don't know what this shit is. He's like, yeah, you know, like you got some kind of medical condition. Thank you for hanging out with us. Paradise is a great show. So we'll say goodbye and goodbye. So thank you guys for hanging much out with us. We're gonna head out to Paradise and talk about the awesome movie that they gave us with this episode, I believe. But anyway, like I said, next week we're gonna say goodbye to this silly ass show. We will do episode 8. That will be the last review we do for this series. And I hope it's good. Good is relative. But anyway, thank you so much for still hanging out with us. And we will see you in about 9 minutes. I will say thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. I see people watching, people in the chat.
I enjoy the view very much.
I don't know what the fuck I was watching.
Rewatch this. Rewatch this when we're done. Rewatch this. You'll see what we're talking about. You're gonna be like, oh shit,
Hilarious, absolutely hilarious.
You want to go ahead?
Oh shit!
Stacey, do your thing. Fuck that shit.
But anyway, please like and share and comment on the video and all that kinds of stuff. As they say, we're just gonna end this broadcast and say bye.